What is that? The temperature raises 10 degrees in my studio, and every bug thinks it's invited to the party. I'm not extremely red, white, and blue, but as soon as someone steps on my property, they get the uppity. Hello, you dirty potters. How are you today? This is going to be a very short video and a very short explanation. Long story short, every now and then I get invited to pottery social events or pottery parties. A long time ago, we used to have this thing called feats of clay before the beer sickness came out, and we had those all the time. They were little parties. Potters would get together, sell their work, have a fun time, food trucks everywhere, and they would have this thing called feats of clay where we would sit on wheels and sculpt, and we would kind of compete, for lack of a better term, even though it's all in good fun. But recently, someone had invited me to a party that's kind of like old feats of clay called Clay and Glory. This is the poster for it. There's a QR code here. If you don't want to listen to my ramblings anymore, you can scan this QR code with your phone, write meow, and the pause button, and it will give you all the information you need without me yapping at you. And without trying to sniff my own farts, this happens pretty regularly just because I have a YouTube and an online presence. People see the YouTube channel, they realize I live in Sacramento, which is relatively close to them, and then you end up inviting me to a thing hoping to either meet me or have me be part of their community. And generally speaking, I say no because it's so far away. But this one's pretty dang close. Here's the address, and it's maybe like an hour-long drive away from me. I personally would love to be part of something from the ground up. I always go to these big clay parties and the spaces are all filled, and there's people who've been having tables there for years and years and I can't get in. But in instances like this, I get to be part of the culture from the ground up, which is great. So I will be going to this pottery get together called Clay and Glory, put together by the Curious Forge on April 27th, which is, I don't have a watch, but it's probably like 4 days away from here. This video realistically is just for people who live close enough to take like a 30-minute to an hour-long drive and have a Saturday afternoon off. That's really what it's for. On top of that, the tickets are pretty cheap. Not gonna lie to you. I've been to lots and lots of these kind of clay get-togethers, and it costs usually way more than this price here to put something this large together. Food trucks, volunteers, having water around on a hot day just to keep people hydrated, having a bathroom set up so people can have proper toiletries, even the other makers. And granted, the Curious Forge is like a bunch of different makers, and the clay is just one subsection of these makers. Having an event even close to this size still takes a good amount of money. Let's see, I wrote down some notes here actually. Yeah, I don't have glasses, but you get it. There's supposed to be a throwing and sculpture contest. I think that's part of like the Clay and Glory thing. You're going for glory, you're winning the contest. There's supposed to be a sake tasting, which is cool. You get a sake cup with one of the tickets. I'm not sure if it's the $36 one or the $25 one, but I will say I have bought a singular sake cup for $36 in my life without the party attached to it, so it's kind of already worth the price. There's going to be a raku firing, hands-on opportunities, food trucks, and actual classes going on there, which is great. All for this price, which is crazy to me. Part of the reason I'm telling you this is because number one, I will be going, which is why I'm getting this video out so fast and it's so short. And number two, I am so sure, I am like 200% sure that they're gonna raise the prices next time they do this because it's supposed to be an annual thing. I'm not saying this because I spoke to a person that said they're gonna raise their prices. I'm saying this because I know how much money it takes to put on these events, and it takes way more than this, right? So I'm gonna get it while the getting's good, especially because it's only an hour-long drive away from me on a Saturday morning. Some notes about this. It's supposed to be hot, so bring some water, bring some sun protection, have some sunscreen. Number two, I will not be selling any of my work. Number three, I will probably be there. There's a high chance that I'll be there, which is why I'm making a video about it. I plan on being there unless something goes wrong. I will link everything down in the description below or to the side. YouTube seems to put them different places nowadays. Sometimes they're like over here or over here, but it is in the description. I'm gonna put the poster up one more time, and I'm gonna leave it right up here while I step to the left so that you can scan that on your QR code or post it or anything like that. It's super easy to sign up just because they want me to be part of like the throwing contest, and they'll supply the clay and the tools. So I said, why not? Might as well go get some free content and have some fun out of it while getting in on this culture that's about to start and grow next year. I'm always so excited to get in on things before they actually become things. Because firstly, it allows me to get in good with people so that I can have a space to sell my work firstly. And secondly, it makes me feel like a hipster. Like, oh, yeah, oh, is this your first year? Mine too. because it's the first year it's happening. So consider this your invitation. Thank you, Dirty Potters, for listening today. And if you want other people to know about this opportunity, please share this video. Usually I ask you to like and comment, but I think it's better to share this video with other people because the bigger we can get this thing, the bigger of a thing it can be closer to us, for those of us who are in my area, so that we can go kind of have our own culture and our own party once a year annually, right? And Sika is always like somewhere over the rainbow. It changes location every year, and ClayCon West is awesome, but it's in Utah and I gotta fly there. Can you imagine if we had our own kind of Feats of Clay-esque thing an hour drive away from the capital of California? Wouldn't that be cool? So thank you very much, and I will see you, Dirty Potters, at Mud and Glory.